thank you all for being here, and we are very happy to have Mr. Gurmeet Singh Chawla here, Director Master Chandigarh. He is one man behind setting up a financial, power hub, you can say, in the region. Private equity, stock broking, and investments. Very well-read finance guy. He's done a lot for the region and for himself. A very inspirational story. We also have with us right now Professor Director of Global Institutes, Amritsar. They've all come in from Amritsar. Thank you very much for being here. Sorry for that. So, won't take much of your time. Over to Mr. Gurmeet Singh Chawla, what he has to say, and then followed by Q&A. Thank you.
Thanks for inviting Samit and the library for giving us this venue. Welcome you all, and thankfully all that you all came for this small session.
It will take some time actually.
And when I talk and I get that feel, whether it is just by looking at you or the impressions or the question answer, I also know that how I can improve myself. What is the takeaway? It's always it's a good thing to be participating in each other's stories and make it a habit. Even if you are classmates or your peers, you can still do this small sessions yourself. We encourage this, or maybe this is one of the ways that we conduct learning sessions, because there's a lot to learn from each other, Meanings, somewhere you'll find that you get right content that you're looking for, somewhere you can just lay it and keep it and it's there for some time. You might use it another way. So what I'm trying to do is that I am trying to break my entire life so far, so it's in physics. So I like to take you along quickly that what was I like when I was a child or in school or college or post-graduation, then the first job and then everything. And I try to do some sort of rating on various parameters, how I transform. It's for you to judge. Good or bad, plus whatever we say is an achievement. I'm not saying that I have achieved too much, but yes, relative to me, my dreams, my aspiration, my hard work, yes, there is a result which is there. So you can't compare one story with another. Every story is a success. Be it a housewife, be it a teacher, be it a nurse, anybody in profession, whichever it is a success. I liked the first cement that I attended for TIE 2006 in Bombay, and one of the global TIE directors said, for me, a cobbler is enough. Tiffin wala in Bombay is enough. And not only that, we made a video which had a lot of small vocational guys in their video, and that was being played world over, that these are the entrepreneurs, spaces in the society, and this is how people grow. And there were many success stories in each video. So it doesn't really matter that what is the scale of your success or the scale of your business. And suppose somebody is too good at you opts for social entrepreneurship. So he cannot compare himself with a commercial entrepreneur. It's totally different than somebody sitting here. He's a social entrepreneur. You have no time. It's the only forum where you can share your thoughts without fear. You can talk to a senior, ask for guidance, whichever stage of business is, whichever step it is. Be it incubation, just the idea, stage market, enforcement, anywhere. Through the network of the Thailand global, you can reach any success story, any type of guidance, any type of domain what is that you need to do to be successful in life? Child isn't costing anything except for your own driving cost, participation, or the transport fee or success or something. The only thing you need to do is, as our president says, invest on building a network. And that's pretty good. People don't invest on building their own networks. Keep on building the network because you will always find that people are around you. How do you invest in a successful life? How do you attract him to be part of your network? You're not like the successful already, he has so many other things, and he has own priorities, and he has so many people chasing around him. But that's the truth. You know, you have to find time in your life who is successful in a particular domain, or if you need help in a particular domain, be it HR and whatever, you need to reach out to the person and say that I need time to do it. How do you make it? Now that is the thing. If you are mastering that art of building a network, talking to people, engaging people, and making them interested in your story, your success, your proposal, your difficulties, you are made. Because anyways, business is all about trust. See, product comes later, but who is selling that product? What is the commitment? Are we talking of warranties? Are we talking of guarantees? What is it coming from? Where is it coming from? So that. I was with institutions earlier, and we used to do an appraisal and we were to file full pages, all in Excel, financials, things like that. In the end, we used to only say to the person, does he have that commitment, that trust? And there are many tests to test a person and is he committed to it? And articles of interest to somebody else. You will start sharing with people for asking questions. You don't always add value. When you read and you share, because not everybody can read everything that is appearing on the day, every day. I think I'm just trying to symbolize what has happened so far and what happened in both the careers. So I have 4 or 5 phases as I move forward. The title is not to repeat me, the title is for anybody. That how do we start and where do we go to end? If you're a goal, you would end like that. Next one. So, take you through. Because there's a transformation. Then we're in school, in college, in first job. Next one. On this side you can see A, B, C, D. It's high, very high, average, and low. So I've honestly tried to depict it, elevate myself and depict on the screen that how was I as a person. When I was just complete my 10th schooling, I was a conservator, I was more into sports, I was more into other activities, no major achievement in terms of academics. So I was a topper in school, but still I felt there's no major achievement. It was something like just academic through a syllabus. It was not cut across, I didn't have knowledge, I could go and participate in there and play. Quizzes like, I could do that. I was part of the fantasy world. I don't know how many of you are. I like to develop this fantasy thing. I used to feel it's a waste of time. You're in a fancy world, you're wasting time. Why are you doing that? Fantasies would be on really fancy. But as I realize now, that when you are not a person who's read something, but you fantasize, it helps you. It helps you relieve the tension because you're away from the world. Secondly, somewhere it sits on your head that you want to play. Now, maybe if you start thinking, maybe you start thinking that you want to be X, ABC tomorrow, and you fantasize. It's like a dream. But sometimes your fantasies would be actually very wide domain, wide canvas, and vary from day to day also. Let that happen. Let that happen. Live in a fantasy world. Don't run away. I can say that from my own perception and how I build myself, because that will help you get over the tough situations whenever they are. Next please. You can look at that, average aspirations are very high, social network is average, human skills are average, values were okay, confidence was very low. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. Next phase, when I did my engineering, still had doubts what to do, this domain, that domain, no clear, career path I've seen for myself. There was an urge for entrepreneurship. There was always an urge for entrepreneurship. I don't know why. My father was in services, but I used to feel that maybe I'm better off working for a small organization, or I can do something on my own. But there has been some transformation, as you say, based on the same traits. Growth. There was some improvement on growth. There were some achievements, small achievements in the college. I can't dwell on that, but there were some achievements. I ranked in the university. Confidence had really gone up because of that experience, and you will mature as well. Right? Let's go to the next one. Now I joined Punjab Practice for a year after my engineering, and then I decided to go for my MBA program. But there was an emotional center. I lost my sister and my brother-in-law in the first week of the marriage in an accident. She was married to me for 2 years. She was 24 years. My brother-in-law was a doctor. He was 27 years. And we were a small family. So that was an emotional setback. And that had a bearing, that still has. But how to get out of that? It will happen very, very It could be different. Somebody might have a financial loss, somebody have lost a dignity, somebody would have heartbreaks. There will be losses. But that will come somewhere and affect all your personality traits somewhere. I got my first job. I could have got some good experience in the shop floor, but I didn't find it very interesting. Let me go for management. I want to go for commercial later, so let me go and see what management school is. So I went to UPS and I did well there as well. But I always said, because I chose finance and not marketing, I felt somehow marketing was not something to be my cup of tea. I was not able to sell hard. So let me go for finance systems. So I opted for those four subjects. And you have a lot of choice of development today. We didn't have it. We had very high code. Partition between finance and marketing. All three courses were taught. Race was all higher. But as you see, evolving, as well as the qualifications were getting there, we had some achievements, and then confidence is the game going on. Next. Then I worked for Bilapur Industries in their systems, and I was part of the team which is doing financial accounting automation, and that was the first time. This is the time when IBM had been told to leave India, and IBM had been formed. A lot of people from IBM had left and joined various corporates, and we had big, large frame machines, ORG machines. We could import. We had deck 10 or deck 20 machines at time, but they were expensive. People used to go for indigenous Sarabai made ORG machines, and one machine would be half of this good. That was the server itself. And we used to do card, basic language, code, these things. But that was where I learned how systems work in an organization, how to automate a system, and how financial accounting actually happens end to end. But I changed my mind. I said, it's systems that I want to pursue as a career, as an entrepreneur, as a professional. I got a job at Tata Consulting Services the next year, in 88, 87, 88. But I chose not. I said no. I would like to go to techno-commercial jobs or techno-financial jobs or a consultancy job and then find out what is good for me, because I found coding as it is or systems can be done by anyone who is more interested in this job, who likes office work. So I chose to change from there. as I said, that I had an emotional setback in 81, sorry. And my parents had said that Chandigarh, we build a house here. So I thought, let me go for a Chandigarh setback. Why should we be a Delhi? I was in Delhi. Now that's the decision to be taken. Should I go to a metro? Should I go there, or can I? I think the decision was also the identity crisis. We can do much better sometimes in smaller cities by maintaining an identity and maintaining a social network. Large cities will be lost, easily lost. If you're a large company, you work for a company and you work for a company longer, probably you can survive. But if you want to be in a smaller setup, so you want to own in a large setup with a small capital, it will be difficult. So I took a decision to be Chandigarh city. Option in Chandigarh. So I got a job in Punjab Financial Corporation. So coming from private sector to public